morning students, once again welcome back. In the next class of physics, in this class we will discuss about the magnetism. It is the next chapter of your physics, magnetism. We will discuss about the magnet, what is magnetic force, magnetic fields, magnetic property. We will discuss all the things related with magnetism. Okay. In previous classes we had already discussed about the magnetic force. What is magnetic force? There are different category of force in which I had discussed. Magnetic force is kept in a second category of force in which that is non-contact force. There are two types of force. First one is contact force and second one is a non-contact force. So magnetic force is a type of force which is non-contact. Okay, means it produces its force without any contact with the body. Suppose if we are keeping, these are the two magnets, if we are keeping these two magnets at much distance, but they will apply force on each other. That's why we are saying it is a non-contact force. So in this class we will discuss about what is magnetism, what is the use of magnetic lines, each and everything related with this chapter. First of all, we shall start with the magnet. What is the history behind the magnet? So about 4,000 years ago, Greek scientists discovered a rock possesses an attraction. About 4,000 years ago, sometime scientist has discovered a rock that was lodestone. That rock has the property of attraction. So it was a new material in that era, and they had discovered an object or a material that has the property of attraction, and the name was given to that material lodestone. It was a natural magnet. Why I am saying it was a natural magnet? Because there are two types of magnets are available, natural and artificial. There are so many methods to convert metallic object or metallic substance in a magnetic form. That is a different thing. That is a natural method to convert magnet. So mainly there are two forms of magnet available. First one is natural and second one is artificial. Artificial means magnet. There are some examples of artificial magnet, that are cobalt, nickel, iron. These are the example of artificial magnet. Means by using these materials we can make artificial magnet. So magnet has a property of attraction as well as repulsion, which we'll see afterwards. What is the meaning of attraction and repulsion? So first of all, we have to understand one thing. There are two types of substance on this earth. One is magnetic, another one is non-magnetic. The substance which has a property of attraction or which attracts the object towards it, that is a magnetic substance, and the substance which are not having property of attraction, that is a non-magnetic substance. So substance which are having property of attraction, that is magnetic property or magnetic substance, and the substance which are not able to attract any object, that are the non-magnetic substance. Okay, then we have discussed about the natural and artificial magnet. What are the properties of magnet? This is the basics of magnet. Magnet may be man-made, means artificial, or natural. The natural magnet is lodestone. The magnet has a property of attraction as well as repulsion. Means if this is a magnet, so it has two poles. First one is north and second one is south. Attraction, when we'll keep two magnets, if this is a north and south, this is the first magnet and this is the second magnet. When we'll keep magnet in this way, the south pole will come in contact with south pole, then it will cause of repulsion. When this south pole will come in contact, suppose this is the south pole of magnet, then this is also south pole. When we'll keep two magnets with same pole, then they will repel each other. When we keep two magnets with same pole, then they will repel each other. But when we keep two magnets with a different pole, then they will attract each other. This is the concept of attraction and repulsion. Magnet has a different property when we keep any magnetic substance or metallic substance. So magnet will attract that substance. That is a property of attraction. When we keep some magnetic substance, that is iron, nickel, cobalt, so magnet will attract that substance. That is a property of attraction. Okay. The second property of magnet, when we'll keep a magnet or suspend a magnet with a massless string, suppose this is the magnet or this is the string, massless string, and when we are keeping this magnetic substance freely suspended, so what will happen? Always that magnet will stop in north-south direction. Means magnet will adjust itself along north-south direction. So that is a directive property of magnet. Magnet will always stable in north-south direction. So it is a directive property of magnet. First property was attraction. When we keep any magnetic substance near the magnet, so it will attract. It is an attractive property. Second, directive property, when we suspend a magnet by the string, massless string, so always the magnet will stable in north-south direction. So it is a directive property. And the last one is pole exists in a pair. The last property is pole always exists in a magnet in pair. What is this? We shall try to understand about this. Wait for a minute. Suppose this is a magnetic substance, okay, north and south. When we cut this magnetic substance, so it has two pairs, north south and north south. And when we keep these two magnets also, so it will divide further north south, north south, north south and north south. Means the poles always exist in a magnet in a pairs. We can, if we are cutting in 100 parts of this magnet, so then also the magnet, the poles will exist in pair. It is a 100 centimeter length object. If we cut it in 100 parts, then also the magnet will always exist in pair. So this is the third property of magnet. The pairs always exist in a magnet, means north and south. It doesn't matter in how many parts we are going to cut this magnetic substance. It has a directive property. Magnet will always stable in north-south direction, and it has the property of attraction. These are the basic concept behind the magnet. So these magnets are used in different electronic items. So it has very vast use. Magnets are used in a very we can see the use of magnets in computer, television, CDs. There are so many electronic devices, speakers, all have magnets. So there is a one special case of magnet, that is a electromagnet. Okay, in the some types of devices we are using electromagnet also. So these are the applications of magnet. We are using the magnet in different types of electronic devices. One very important device here, that is navigation. This is the magnetic compass. Magnetic compass is used by the navigator to decide the direction. Okay, when navigators or the ships are going in seas, so by using this magnetic compass we can easily decide the direction, because it is very difficult to decide direction in between the sea, because when we will reach in the center of the sea, so in all directions there will be water. So at that time it will be very difficult to decide the direction where we have to go. In that cases, magnetic compass is very useful to decide to tell the exact direction wherever we are going. Okay, and here one more thing before we will reach here. Just we shall try to understand about the magnetic field. Magnetic field. What is the magnetic field? We'll understand this, then we'll reach the next one. Magnetic field is the concept of about the range of magnet. It tells us about the range of magnet. I had already discussed. It is not necessary to keep two objects in contact. If it is a magnet, and this is the magnetic substance which will attract with magnet, so it is not necessary we have to keep magnetic substance and magnet closer to each other, means to in a contact with each other, because magnet has a area of contact in which it can easily connect with the object, means when we are keeping two magnetic substance at some distance, so it will attract with each other due to the magnetic field. So we can say the magnetic field is a range in which the magnet can attract or repel any object, means any magnetic substance. Magnetic field, a range in which magnet can attract or repel the substance. Okay, there are here the magnetic lines. By this magnetic lines we can understand about the concept of magnetic lines, but just you have to understand magnetic field is a field or area in which magnetic force will occur. Okay, and this is the next topic in which we have to understand about the magnetic lines, means when we keep any magnet, so what will be the magnetic lines of the magnet. So this is the north and south pole of a magnet. So the magnetic lines in a magnet always south to north inside the magnet. The magnetic line always south to north inside the magnet and north to south outside the magnet. The magnetic line always form from north to south outside the magnet and south to north inside the magnet, and the magnetic lines always dense near the poles. The magnetic lines always dense near the poles, and as well as we move in between, so the magnetic line density will reduce. So we can say the magnetic lines density will be maximum near the poles and minimum in between north and south pole. Okay, so this is the concept of magnetic lines. There are three important points in this case. First one is the magnetic lines always south to north inside the magnet, the magnetic line north to south outside the magnet, and the density of the magnetic lines maximum near the poles. So this is all about the magnet. Magnet are mainly two types. It was discovered by the Greeks in approximately 4,000 years ago. They had discovered one stone that was named as a lodestone. It has a property of attraction, and that lodestone was known as natural magnet. Then by using some scientific techniques, artificial magnets are developed. Then artificial magnets have very vast use. It is used in some important electronic devices like mobile, speaker, earphone, CDs. It has a very vast use. Then we had discussed about the property of magnet. So magnet has a property of attraction. Magnet has a property of, it has a dielectric property and existence of poles. Then we had discussed about the magnetic field, and last topic was about the magnetic lines. And here we had discussed about the one device, that is a navigation device, which is used by the navigators to define the direction. By using this navigation device, they can easily choose their direction. Okay, so this is all about the basics of magnetism. Please revise it, and when we will meet in the next class, we shall try to revise this topic and proceed in the next class. So thank you for today. We will meet in the next class.